Hello, viewers. We are back again with another fresh episode of Ghosts Incorporated. And today I pursued Mr. X from Bombay to come and join the show because ये हमें पता चला था कि उनके पास काफी इंटरेस्टिंग एक्सपीरियंस उन्हें हुआ था एंड वो अपना आइडेंटिटी नहीं रिवील करना चाहते हैं इसलिए उनकी प्राइवेसी के लिए हम उन्हें मिस्टर एक्स ही बुलाएंगे शायद ये पहली और आखिरी बार और वेलकम टू द शो सर आप
Thank you very
कैसे
much.
हैं
I am fine, and I am happy that you respect my privacy without taking much time. And welcome to the listeners. And I would like to share one or two experiences which I had during my school days and a part of my college days, and some part of it was during the earlier career in my life. Okay, by profession I'm an engineer, and I have worked in different parts of the country. And well, my story starts with my grandfather, who was a self-made man and who had procured uh, a large properties, and we had a very nice house. It was like a what you call a haveli, and it had I can't remember the number of rooms it had. It was a very large house, and we lived as a joint family. So with uncles and aunts and cousins and lots of servants.
सो
And
आपकी
so
तो चाइल्डहुड काफी इंटरेस्टिंग रही होगी जॉइंट फैमिली में रहना तो एक प्रिविलेज ही है
absolutely, I really enjoyed my childhood. Although I was personally a little bit of a loner, but I enjoyed the company of people. But I kept to myself with my games and sports, and of course my studies. And since I was in, say, the school final examination period, I had been given a separate room to live in and to study in, where I stayed with my books, my sports goods, and my bed. So that was what you call the attic room. So on
अच्छा
that
तो
attic,
ये एटिक रूम मतलब सबसे ऊपर की मंजिल थी ये क्या
yes, it was on the third floor of the building. It was a huge house, and the room was also quite large. It
अच्छा
had it had also a twin room. There were two rooms, in fact, but the other room was used mostly as a place for stockpiling old goods and things. So it was rather a sort of a storeroom.
स्टोरेज रूम ओके
Yeah. And as I stepped out of my room, I went out onto the terrace, and the
तो आप इस फ्लोर पे अकेले ही रहते थे
yes, yes, I lived in that room all alone since I was in class 10. So 10, 11, and my school final years, and then all through my engineering career, because I did not live in a hostel. Our engineering college was in the same city, so I lived at home and I was a day scholar when I did my engineering studies. So now the school final exams were at hand, and I used to study till about midnight, not beyond that any time, because I had a very healthy outdoor games life also. When used to go to the boys club, play cricket and football, and cycling a lot, and also so I was a little respected also by my other cousins, and that is why I had a big room to myself to live in that house, right? So one evening I was studying at my table, and it felt as if somebody was breathing down my neck.
अच्छा
Yeah, breathing down my neck. So I looked back, I couldn't see anybody. So it was a sound of breath being intaken and expelled. So as if there's a person there who is breathing, and I could feel it at the nape of my neck. I did not give it much importance, and well, since childhood, I have never been too afraid of things. I mean, I've had a good fight whenever a fight was required. I have had lots of adventures, and so I never used to feel scared much about things.
लेकिन ये तो यहाँ तो आपको कोई दिख ही नहीं रहा था, सो आप फाइट किसको करते? तो ये
so I did not care about it. When I did not care about it, and I kept on doing my algebra sums and all that, and after about half an hour, the breathing started again. So then I thought, I don't know, because my grandfather had purchased that house from some gentleman who had perhaps died in that room, in the twin room. So, okay, yes, he had expired when he had become old. He had sold that house to my grandfather who had bought it, and he supposedly he had died in that attic room. So,
जिस रूम में आप पढ़ते थे, वो उसी रूम में उनका डेथ हुआ था?
in the adjoining room.
अच्छा, so बगल वाले कमरे में, okay.
Which was now being used as a storeroom. Anyway, so the thought occurred to me, but I did not give it much importance. Anyways, because if I can't see anyone, whom can I fight against? You are right. During the summer season, a few of my cousins and we used to sleep on the open terrace also. At night there would be mosquito nets, and we would all be chatting away till midnight before we would fall asleep. So one night, one of my cousins, my cousin brother, who had come over from Kolkata, he was there and I was there. We were sleeping. And at about 2 o'clock in the night, I think it must have been around 2, I felt that I just awoke, and I felt somebody sitting on my chest, and he was trying to hold me down by my shoulders, as if I was being pressed against my pillow. And my breathing became muffled, as if I was finding it hard to breathe.
My God, this is very difficult. ये तो बहुत ही डरावना सा एक experience है.
डरावना, I would say डरावना, frightful. Rather than frightful, what I felt was, why am I not able to shake this thing off? What is it sitting over there, which I can't even see, but which I can definitely feel it is sitting on my chest, and it is pushing me down by my shoulders. So it was more a sense of helplessness than of fright for me.
तो आपने क्या help के लिए चिल्लाए आप?
I could not utter a word. I mean, as if my throat was dry in my tongue was dry in my mouth, and
बहुत ही discomfort में थे.
Discomfort in the sense that I was not able to utter anything. And I could open my eyes, and I was feeling some difficulty in breathing and in uttering anything. I mean, my throat became dry, my mouth and my palate became dry, my tongue was very dry.
So, everybody else around was asleep?
Not everybody, only my another cousin brother.
Okay.
The two of us were there that night on the terrace.
Okay.
And he was inside his own mosquito net. I was in my mosquito net. And this situation was prevailed for approximately half an hour, if I remember correctly now.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. I kept on breathing and I was gasping for breath. And it was hard to breathe, but somehow I carried on. And inside my mind, there was something, it is that thing which was inside my mind which I am trying to describe. that what is it that is trying to overpower me, and how can it overpower me if it prefers not to even show itself to me.
If it doesn't
So
have a form.
it doesn't have a form.
Hmm.
So why is it trying to overpower me? And I am not going to agree to this. So
Right.
this is the feeling I had, that I am not going to agree to this. And after constantly, I say for the first 15-20 minutes, I was feeling helpless. But then I started mustering up my inner strength, as you call it, inner strength, that I'm not going to let anyone or anything, which even I can't see,
Hmm.
prevail upon me. So that's what happened. After nearly 35-40 minutes, perhaps, nearly 40 minutes, then I made up my mind that I am going to scream first. So, okay. So I decided I could feel the pressure on my shoulders coming down a bit. As I kept on feeling bolder and bolder, that okay, in the next, after I take the next 3-4 breaths or
Hmm.
5 breaths, I'm going to shout out.
Hmm.
So I take 5 deep breaths, and then I start doing something like that. But the sound would not come out. So I kept on repeating this number of times, and finally, a very brief sound came out of my throat. Something like this, very low voice. I could feel that my voice was very low, and
Hmm.
nobody could hear it. But I thought, okay, I have got a sound coming out of my throat, so why not amplify upon it? Why not make it louder? So I kept on taking deep breaths and kept on trying to scream. And ultimately, I was able to.
Can I
Uh,
ask you a couple of questions? I mean, which are on the top of my mind right now. आपको क्या ऐसा लगता है कि were you awake? First of all, I would like to know. आप क्या fully जगे हुए थे उस समय? आपको अभी क्या लगता है?
I was totally awake. I had fallen asleep
Hmm.
for nearly 1.5-2 hours. I must have been asleep,
Hmm.
and the discomfort woke me up.
Okay. So, do you think at this point in time, looking back, that because you did not give up, ye, whatever power it was or whatever was happening to you, you could overcome it and it couldn't.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hmm.
That was the way that I overtook it.
Hmm.
I could overcome it. I overtook it, and it was the power of my mind, which I would say, which made me fight back.
Hmm.
And then by trying to utter a few words, and then I shouted out. I called out the name of my brother, cousin brother,
Hmm.
and he woke up with a start. He woke up with a start, and he said, "What happened? What happened?" I said, "This is what happened, and I have been feeling it for the past nearly an hour or so, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, I don't know." So he said, "Okay, oh, that's nothing, nothing, nothing. You just drink some water." He brought me water from the pitcher, and I tell you, I had a very peaceful sleep thereafter. I woke up fresh in the morning. There was there was absolutely no effect on me.
Did you
I just
discuss this with anybody senior in your?
uh, I brought up the topic that it seems as if there is somebody in the room in which I stay, because I had moved into that room recently.
Hmm.
Uh, so people said that yes, that was a deserted room. Nobody used to step into it. It was used only as a storeroom.
Hmm.
If you want, you come down. I said no, no. I rather like it there. I liked being alone. I said I was by nature I am a loner, so I liked being alone, and that was all right. And it helped me concentrate on my studies, because I had a lot of studies to make up.
तो
Uh,
ये जो भी एंटिटी थे, क्या वो वापस आए आपको कंपनी देने के लिए while you were studying?
I understand that after many years, when I got married, when I was working with a company, and I was married, and my wife, she joined me in the same house. We lived there for many years, and we lived in that room also for several years. And she was still in her college, and she was completing her post graduation. Sometimes she would tell me, I feel as if there is someone, but it is a very comforting feeling, that as if there's nobody disturbing me, but there is a presence of intake and exhalation of breath close by.
So
Sometimes on
something
the
similar to what you had experienced, जो
when
आपने
I
पहले.
used when I used to study, yes, something
Hmm.
similar. She has experienced it. There was one more thing which happened.
Okay,
Now
बताएं.
there are many connected things, there are many
Hmm.
connected things. I never felt that there is somebody who is trying to harm me in any way. Okay. Uh, After a few years, in our family, my father had a particular hobby that during holidays he would take the children away for holidays to some other place and all, and he liked driving very much. So
Okay.
we were traveling to Kathmandu by
Hmm.
car. By car, a new car had been bought.
Hmm.
A new car. I won't mention the make of the car. I don't want to give any car a bad name, but that car developed a snag, and the snag was that when those were the gear wala cars, you had gears.
Right.
So that the snag it developed was that the first gear would slip. Now, anyone who drives a car knows that when you have to climb up on a slope, then the first gear has to be good. That is the gear which gives you the maximum traction for pulling up the vehicle. The car was fairly loaded. All the seats were taken by my
Hmm.
family members. My dad was driving. And so along the slopes, sometimes what would happen that if the slope, those were very early days, the road to Kathmandu was not so nice as it is now presently. We were entering through Bihar, through Raxol and Birganj.
Hmm.
That was the border. And that car, that first gear of the car would keep on slipping. So going uphill, and suddenly the gear slips off. So all your momentum is lost
Hmm.
unless you transfer yourself into the second gear and you are able to pull yourself up. And sometimes the slope would be so much that it would not be possible. So having come all the way up, all that way, my
Hmm.
dad said, we are not going to go back just because of this. He was just another daredevil, I would say, in the family.
Okay.
So we decided that at every slope, upward slope,
Hmm.
we would take the car back on the back gear as far as it would go,
Hmm.
and then pick it up on the first gear, change it over into the second gear, and get over the slope. Then again do the same technique again and again, and until we reach the top of the hill or the mountain, whichever we were crossing at the time. Right? You got my
Okay.
point?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we would develop some momentum so
Hmm.
that with the momentum coming from a distance, picking up a momentum and
Hmm.
driving it over the slope.
Hmm.
So that was what we decided, and my dad said that. But when I am going backward, I need somebody to because roads were not so good. There were not all these barricades and all on the sides. Nothing was there. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
I offered. I say I tell you I would have been probably in the final year of my school.
Mm-hmm.
So I offered that okay, I will help you to back up, back up, back, back, and then from there pull up the car, right?
Okay.
Drive
Okay.
it through. So
Mm-hmm.
I kept on doing that a number of times, and we were progressing fine. We
Hmm.
were just making progress, though a bit slow because every time going back and then pulling it up again, then I would walk up all the way and then get into the car until the next slope comes, right?
Hmm.
So there was one particular point where there was a sort of a hairpin curve, and it was steep. Okay. So
Right.
when the car would drive up with the momentum through the hairpin,
Mm.
car would momentarily be out of my sight. Yeah. So then I helped him back up and turned the curve, and then he picked up the speed. I think suddenly I felt that cold breath on at the nape of my neck again,
The
and
same breath.
something like that. Yes, and
Oh.
telling me, "Where are you going?"
Mm.
So as I look back, just about 2 yards behind me, there was a deep slope into the deep precipice into which I would have fallen had I kept on backing up backwards.
So if you had वो आप अगर पीछे और हटते तो वो आप खाई में गिर जाते.
Correct.
तो जैसे कोई आवाज आके आपको वही आवाज जो आपके कमरे में थी.
It was not an awaz.
It was like a thought in your head.
No, I don't know. As if I heard it, but there was no awaz. As if I heard it. Yeah, you call it awaz. Okay.
ओके. सो ये तो जैसे गार्जियन एंजल जैसा हो गया, एक स्पिरिट जो कभी आपको शायद मारना चाहा था. पता नहीं वो वही सेम एंटिटी थी कि नहीं. वो आपको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहा था जब आप घर के बाहर थे.
मारना चाह रहा था एट माई होम.
जब आप
आई डोंट थिंक मारना चाह रहा था.
तो वो आपसे रेसलिंग कर रहे थे.
नहीं, he was having fun with me.
ओके, राइट. हो सकता है कि आप उनके टेरिटरी में आके बस गए थे और लग रहा था कि आप वहां से निकलने वाले नहीं हैं. तो वो बस वहीं पे आपसे जरा सा देख रहे थे कि आपका मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ शायद कितना है.
Perhaps. Okay.
Very interesting.
This second one, it saved my life. The second in my life was saved. That was one of my brushes with death, which I have had on many occasions, actually. But this stands out as the first.
Okay, so this was definitely not a malevolent spirit then, but a benevolent spirit looking after perhaps the family. ये हो सकता है, ये एक तरीका है सोचने का. It is a way of thinking. शायद maybe जो skeptics हैं वो कुछ दूसरे तरह से सोचे.
I don't know. I think I end my story today. And,
thank you so much. I mean, these were really, really wonderful experiences. So thank you, Mr. X from Bombay. That was very kind of you to come on our show and share your experiences with our listeners. Listeners, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We are the Ghosts Incorporated. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Keep connected.